interesting tree. And it's pretty simple. The wire we will be using is 24 gauge solid copper. You're going to cut 40 strands of it at 24 inches long. And if you missed that, everything is in the description. The beads we're going to be using are from Color Gallery, from Hobby Lobby. You'll get 2 packs of these because we're going to need 40 of these beads right here. And we'll just put them all in a container. Gorilla Clear Grip Glue or E6000 if you prefer. Wire cutters. Needle nose pliers. And you can also use your jewelry bail pliers if you prefer. Rubber bands. And a foundation for the tray. Next, go ahead and cut this off and just put it in the container. And remember, everything that we're using is in the description with the link to purchase them. So you're going to cut 24 inches long, 40 strands. And this is very simple. Get your wire, grab one of the beads, meet your wire right at there at the end. And you will just twist it on there. Four, 5, 6, 7. I twist about 7, 8 times. That's good enough. And do all 40 of your wire. And if you ever have any questions for me, please feel free to either leave them in the comments or email me directly at the address there in the corner. And I want to welcome our new subscriber from the UK, Gwen. All right, we're going to continue doing all 40 of those, and I'll see you back when we're finished. And we'll start setting up our branches. Okay, so you have put 5 of your stems to make a branch, and you should have 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now what we're going to do is start joining these together to form our tree. So now what we're going to do is you're going to grab 3 of your branches, and it's going to get tough on your fingers twisting it. So we'll give it a try. If it gets too hard on you, we will use a set of pliers with a towel or paper towel or a little rag or something, piece of it, so it doesn't scratch your wire. So join them in your fingers right there, and you're going to gently pull up, okay, and twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think that should do it for that one. I'm going to spread that apart. See how I want to do this. Okay, we're going to add one here on this side. And we're going to put another one on the opposite side here. And twist. 1 and 2. This is where it's going to get really, really tough on your hands. Okay, well, what I'm going to show you to do is go ahead and separate some of these roots into 4 sections, just so it makes it a little bit easier to twist it. Okay, like that. Right, I'm going to add another branch right there. Hold it with your fingers, and you may want to hold it with your thumb close to the trunk, and we're going to twist. Yeah, this is getting tricky. 2 and 3. Okay, separate those 2 that you already had done, and we're going to add this branch. Hold it close like that to your trunk, and you're going to twist. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Looks like a hot mess right now, but it's going to look good when we're done. Grab, whoop, that just flew away from me. Okay, got it. Grab the last one and put that right in the center. If you can see how I did that, just stick it right there in the center at that V, and we're going to twist everything together now. I didn't say it was going to be easy. Because this is difficult at times, but it's fun. Okay, you ready? Squeeze everything right there so it's stuck. And if you can, we're going to attempt it with our hands. And you're not going to damage anything up here because it's not even designed yet. 3, 4. Hooey. Let's start to get this apart here, see what we're looking like. Okay. Okay. All right, we'll fix that after. And one more. Split your root bottoms right there into 4 again. Okay, and we're going to trim off the longer ones real quick before we continue on. Okay, you're going to separate one of these sections into 2 and twist. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do the same thing with these last 3. You don't have to count them all, just try and get it as equal as you can. Okay. And we'll worry about the rest of those in a moment. Let's see what we have. I've never added the branches like that before, so it's going to look different than the normal ones. And that's what we want. We don't want everything the same all the time. Right here, you'll notice how it's separated a little bit. You don't want that. So just go ahead and fix that by twisting it a couple times and tighten it. And you may have to do that on a few of them. You don't want to twist it too tight, but you don't want it really loose. let's see how we're going to design this now. Go ahead and separate these 5 and do it with the rest of them. And we're going to figure out how we're going to bend this tree, what type of bonsai it's going to be. We may love it, we may hate it, and start anew, and that's just the fun of the wires. Any type of a wire art, it's all a learning experience with each tree you do. They will not all be perfect, but I just like trying different things. And I'm happy that I have my subscribers to learn along with me. Let me see what we're going to do here. I'm using my needle nose pliers to just bend and play with it a little bit. Bend the main branch this way and then go up. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Instead of keeping it straight up, we're going to go this way and cascade it a little bit. I like that a lot better. Much better, actually. And just play with yours and see which way it would look better on whatever foundation you've chosen. But I want to show you the root system now, how we're going to do this. Oh, I absolutely love playing with this tree now. That's crazy. That's the whole ADD part of it. I can't put it down once I start. That's going to look really, really cool. Okay, now, roots. I'm going to stop playing with it. All right. We're going to get back to finishing these roots. So what you should have is 8 sections. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, and you're going to separate that. Into 2 more. Now you can actually count if you'd like. So we have how many here? 4 and 5 on that one. No big deal. Good. Okay, so separate it and twist. Remember to twist in the exact same direction. 4 and 5 and 6. They don't all have to be exactly the same. You want them to look a little bit different. So we separated that. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Now you can actually equal them out, because there's not as many wires. So we have, okay, two, 4, 5, 6. That's a little cockeyed. Let's get these matched up here a little better. When they start getting twisted a little bit like that, they're kind of showing you which way they want to go. And this one's telling me, screaming, put me back. Okay. So we have 4, 6, and 2, 4, 6. Okay. And we're going to twist that. 2, 3, 4. And you'll do the same all the way around. Okay, and when you're done, you're going to twist this in just the one single shot. until it's completely done. It's very time consuming, but it's worth it. If you have a shorter one, and you will have shorter ones, just work it in. And if you want, if you have your needle nose pliers, and some of them have the flat section here, without squeezing it too hard, you can go ahead and use that as well. Because sometimes I find it a little bit easier. Okay, just continue on, and I will see you back here when we're all through. Now, I'm going to show you how to make these look like real roots for a tree, because obviously this isn't it. Grab your needle nose or your jewelry bail pliers. Doesn't matter what you use as long as it twists. So I think I'm going to use these little guys. And what you'll do, I'm going to start at the end. I'm going to use a small circle first. Okay. Then I'm going to go with the bigger one. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in the opposite direction. So you're going to go down a little bit. And you're going to turn it that way. In fact, I think I'm going to use the other ones, or just the regular needle nose. So that might be a little bit easier. And it's going to be awkward because this is heavy. It's going to want to fall. Just try and do your best. Move things out of the way. And you're just going to keep going in a opposite direction. Yeah, I like this better because I have more control over the size. And then when you get closer to the end here, just maneuver it either over or under. Now I'm going to do a real small one here. And I'm going to have to go over. If you could follow the way that wire is. And that's it. That's all there is to it. And you're going to do the same for every single root. I'll do one more with you. Start at the end. I'm going to go a little bigger with this one. Complete circle. Opposite. Go down a little bit. Go under with that one. I'm going to go over. If it starts to get too close here, don't worry about it. Just leave it. You can bend it a little bit if you want to, or just leave it the way that it is. Because you're not going to be able to do it like this each time. It's really difficult. Okay, so we whip that way. Go down a little bit and go smaller. Went over with that one, we'll go under. And I'm happy with that. We're going to leave it. Okay, and you're just going to do this with the entire tray until you're finished. Our tree's done. This is what it turned out to look like after manipulating it for quite a while. The roots are finished. I'm happy with the way it turned out. I like it. Now, only difference that I did, or I'm going to do, is, remember the stacked wood rounds? I'm not going with it because it's not going to lay right. And it's going to hide a lot of these beautiful roots. You want to always put, at least I do, lighter color with the darker wire to have it stand out. So that's what I'm doing. Went to Hobby Lobby, grabbed this nice little octagon piece of wood, and it's going to lay beautifully right on there. And it doesn't get much better than that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to glue it down and put the rubber bands around it. And this is a pretty simple process. Main thing you want to keep in mind is the whole objective is to keep that steady on there without gooping it on. Mainly on the very ends. Okay, drop there, and it'll end up sticking. One of my subscribers or viewers had sent me a comment, and I really felt bad that her tree was ruined because of this particular glue that I'm suggesting people use, the Gorilla Clear Grip. You can also use the E6000. And the problem that she had was that the glue got all over her foundation, smeared the wires, and basically the tree was ruined. That's those times where you wish you were there to help her. And I think I had figured out the problem. She stated that she used tape and the rubber bands. Now, anyone that watches my videos regularly, I never suggest using tape. I would never smash the roots down on a foundation with any form of tape whatsoever, because that's what's going to happen. It's going to smear all over and your tree's going to get ruined. So, if anybody can show me a way that that can be done, I would love to see it, but I just don't think that it would work without making a complete mess of your hard work. So don't use tape if you don't have to. There's really no reason to. Okay, we're just about done. And if we miss any spots, we'll get them after. And there, there. It's pretty simple. Okay, that should stay pretty well. Next is your rubber bands, and we're going to let that dry. The reason I use this one is it's pretty quick. It's dry in about 2 hours versus the E6000, which takes about 6 hours to overnight. And I don't like to wait that long. Okay. Take a rubber band. Place it right, let me say, right there. And you're going to gently pull it across. And it's a little difficult. We'll get her. Just try and flip it over like that if you can. Okay, and the whole object is to make sure that the ends of your root stays on that glue and on your base. Don't worry about it if the tree moves, because we can manipulate that later when everything's dry. Just make sure that stays on. And right there. Good enough. Feel free to bend your wire a little bit if you have to. Not a big deal. And trim some of the wire off if it's not fitting on your base right. Okay, let's see. Let's do this way. And every once in a while that happens. Don't sweat it. Just put it back to the way it belongs and try a different route. I think what I need to do is just get the darn rubber band on there and then worry about it after. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Get on there. And not too shabby. A couple more and we'll be good to go. Let the glue dry. We'll snip off those rubber bands and we'll be done.